What's up, everybody? Marvel the Cross 316 back with another comic book flashback. And today, folks, we are looking at Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 80, folks. And today, folks, we are looking at the second part to this story. It's called Warriors. And we saw last issue the debut of the Ultimate Moon Knight here. And he was fighting Spider-Man on top of this roof. We saw that Fisk Tower had been pretty much just been destroyed in a huge explosion thanks to Hammerhead, who is the rival to the Kingpin. And so we're going to find out more information about why the Kingpin is laying low. And we're going to see also whether Spider-Man will make it out alive because he's fighting this new hero, or this anti-hero rather, Moon Knight. And so that's what we have to worry about today. And so we see here in New York's underworld is in chaos, and an intense federal investigation of mob boss Wilson the Fisk Kingpin. Criminal dealings has left the mob boss territory ripe for the taking. Knowing Fisk's iron grip on New York's underworld was weakened, rival mobster Alan Silvermane sought out the help of the mutant enforcer Hammerhead to take down the Kingpin rather, once and for all. However, instead of joining forces with Silvermane, Hammerhead brutally murdered the aged gangster and decided to strike at Kingpin on his own. And that's what we've seen last issue. So interestingly, we start the issue out. We have Daniel Rand being questioned here. He's in a federal prison here. And Daniel Rand, as we'll find out, is Iron Fist. He is the superhero known as Iron Fist, but he's in prison here. In prison for basically killing someone with his powers, and he promises that he will not use his powers anymore. And so that's very interesting. We'll see exactly how Iron Fist plays into things. Maybe we'll see him pop up next issue. But for now, we see that at the New York Harbor, Spider-Man is still dealing with the threat of Moon Knight, as Moon Knight is beating up Spider-Man, and Spider-Man using his wisecracks here. So while all of this is going down, and he uses this move that he saw in a Jackie Chan movie, we see that Spider-Man is going to be dodging these discs here. They're in the shape of a crescent moon. And we see that one big battle is taking place right here on top of this building. And lo and behold, we see that Elektra is watching this from a distance on another building. And she's talking on the phone, and she says, "It's me. I'm here. Moon Knight. Ever hear of a guy called Moon Knight? He's here. Yes. No, I don't think he started the fire. No, I have not engaged him. He's previously engaged. He's fighting someone in a Spider-Man costume. I think it is Spider-Man. It seems like him." So Spider-Man webs up Moon Knight's moon disc here. He said, "Hey, you make these moon things yourself, or do you order them special? Those are mine. Until you threw them at me, now they're mine." He said, "How old are you?" Elektra says, "It certainly does seem like Spider-Man. He's jumping around and he wouldn't stop talking. That sounds like Spider-Man to me. It's those head-to-toe costumes. It makes it hard to accurately report to you if it is actually him. Best guess, yes." So they continue to fight. The police show up. Spider-Man's like, "You know what? I'm out of here. I'm not going to be blamed for this fire." So Spider-Man swings off, and we see that Moon Knight's picture is going to be taken. And the next day in the Daily Bugle, we see that the title says "Moon Menace Cometh," and the death of Silvermane as well. Alan Silvermane rather. So we see that at the Daily Bugle, we got Jameson, we have Joe Robertson, Ben Urich. They're all talking about the headline and about the mystery surrounding the Moon Knight, when we see that Peter Parker walks in and he almost blows his cover here. And Jameson's laughing, "Moon Man." And Peter says, "No, it's Moon Knight." He said, "What?" And then Peter said, "Oh crap. Why would I even know this?" So he makes up the excuse saying that the kids at school names him that his name is actually Moon Knight. And woo, that was close. That was a close one for Peter. He almost blew his secret identity right there. And so he makes it back to his desk. He gets a phone call from Aunt May, and Aunt May saying, "Why didn't you show up to school today?" Peter tries to act like he did go to school, but he really didn't. He's just not feeling well. He doesn't want to go there because of Mary Jane and their recent breakup. And so, after getting off the phone with Aunt May, he overhears a conversation with Ben Urich on the phone. Ben Urich is trying to reach Mr. Fisk, and he's wanting to get some more information about that building that had just been blown up. It belonged to Wilson Fisk, that warehouse that had been blown up last issue. And so we see Ben Urich is trying to get on the phone. He's not getting too far, and he's going to write down everything he hears. And Peter learns here that Wilson Fisk is in fact involved with everything that's going on, and he might be involved as well with the appearance of Moon Knight. So he's going to pay a visit to Fisk Tower here. He's like, man, I just wish that he would just get caught and that he would just go to prison for good. All of a sudden, a door opens, and out comes Elektra here, and she tells Spider-Man that she wants Spider-Man to meet Mr. Fisk. He's been expecting him. And she just says, come on in. Spider-Man's like, you promise you won't try to kill me? And Elektra says, not until Mr. Fisk tells me to. And so he's like, how? How do I know he didn't tell you to already? Elektra says, you'd already be dead. And so this is the funniest part of the issue. They're in an elevator, and obviously Spider-Man is looking at her boobs, but then he looks away. He looks one more time, and she's like, stop staring at them. And Spider-Man's like, no, what? I was out, no. And he's like, you caught me. So Peter walks in, Spider-Man, and he notices that Kingpin is sitting at this long table. And Kingpin says, come on in. And he says, I was just going to have a bite. Have some pizza with me. Let's talk like men. And he offers Spider-Man a slice of pizza. This is interesting here. And Spider-Man's like, ha. And Kingpin's like, I own the parlor. I bought it after I tasted a slice, actually. It's the best in New York. I know a lot of people claim that, but what do you want to talk about? Spider-Man's like, let's cut to the chase. And we see Kingpin then hands him over a copy of the Daily Bugle paper saying Spider-Man's a menace. Fisk bails out library. Spider-Man's like, well, look, you make yourself out to be a hot shot Mr. Good Guy when in actuality you're just a creep and a lowlife, and you're out for your own gain. And you're going to get caught, Buster. But Spider-Man doesn't know what is really behind the Kingpin's inviting him into this room and having this chat here. There's something even deeper going on here Spider-Man doesn't know about. So what Kingpin's going to do is he's going to cut to the chase here, and he's going to tell him that the people don't care about Spider-Man being a hero, and people don't want heroes in their life anyway, because if they start saving people, then these people, these ordinary folks, will get jealous, and that's what they don't want that. And so Kingpin's making this whole big philosophy of why heroes are not needed in New York or whatever. Spider-Man's going to cut to the chase while chewing on a piece of pizza, saying, I don't care what people think. I'm doing it because it's right. Kingpin then is going to get to the real issue at hand, which is showing him a photograph of Hammerhead. Spider-Man's like, yeah, why do they call him that? Kingpin says, there really is no off switch on your obnoxious machine, is there? Spider-Man says, the knob's broken. Said, this man is the man who killed Silvio Manfredi 2 nights ago. This is the man who blew up my warehouse last night. Says who? And we see that Kingpin's like, he is making a play for my territories, looking to take a bite for himself. And he has severe antisocial behavior tendencies, even for the circles I run in. So what Kingpin wants Spider-Man to do is he wants Spider-Man to track down Hammerhead and take him down and send him to prison to help Kingpin. Because Kingpin is at a point where he can't show himself in public without getting arrested, and he's in a very precarious position right now. And Hammerhead is hurting his business. Hammerhead is trying his best to form his own mafia, and what we're going to see is it's going to be forming into a magia. And so we're seeing that Kingpin is just asking Spider-Man, can you please take this guy down? He murdered people last night. Don't you want to stop a murderer? You're the hero. You're supposed to be above such petty things. And so will Spider-Man help? Well, Spider-Man says, I am not helping you. But Kingpin says, go see for yourself. He said, go see. And so will Spider-Man go for it? Will he take the bait and go see for himself and take down Hammerhead to help Kingpin? That's the big question we have to worry about as we're going to be looking at issue number 81. Will Spider-Man finally, help the Kingpin out? Or is he going to still object to this? We'll find all this out coming up next in issue number 81. But before then, go ahead now and drop a like on this video. That would help me so much. And comment down below what you thought about this issue. And I would love to hear your predictions as to what will happen next. And subscribe if you have not. And I will see y'all in the next one.